going on, guys? FlameHorizon here, coming at you with USL Week 6 against Shori and the Las Vegas Lopunnys. As you can see, the team I have brought this week consists of... Why did I just do that? Consists of Kurem, Volcanian, Klefki, Shaman, Landorus, and Mega Magnetric. The team that he brought consists of Gliscor, Porygon 2, Gigalith, Staraptor, Rotom Heat, and Giratina Origin, which is his S tier. This week I decided not to bring Gothitelle just because of the Giratina scared it off too much. And I knew he was going to bring the Giratina. I knew there was no reason for him not to. But I prepped to the best of my abilities, and let's see how I did. So I decided to lead off with Landorus, and this is a bulky Landorus set with the Rocky Helmet. Sorry about that cut there. But as I was saying, that is a bulky Landorus with Rocky Helmet. It has HP Ice for the Gliscor. But let's resume. He U-turns out, takes the Rocky Helmet damage, goes right out into Gliscor, which is kind of his check to this, but like I said, I have Hidden Power Ice, so he goes for Stealth Rocks, and I decided to go right for that. Does about 60%. I believe he goes for U-turn, takes Rocky Helmet damage, and goes into his Rotom Heat to take said Hidden Power Ice. I switch out, go into Water Breath as the Volcanian as he goes for the Overheat. Does 25% because I'm Assault Vest set with a crit too. He switches out, goes into Giratina Origin to take whatever hit I have, but I go right out into my Mega Magnetric. I Mega Evolve with the Intimidate, drop Gigalith's Tech, and go for the Volt Switch. So both of us have Rocks up, and neither of us have Hazard removal, but he has Defog and Giratina, so he could get rid of the Hazards. I went into Volcanian. He goes out in Porygon 2 and takes this Steam Eruption. Does 27%. I decide that Volcanian's not really useful, so I just go for Steam Eruption again, get the burn, and sack it off. As he goes for Tri-Attack, so that way I have a free switch into my next Pokemon, which I believe, is the Mega Magnetric. I just go for Thunderbolt here, take out the Porygon 2, so the Porygon 2 is down. He goes into Gigalith, which for some reason he thinks is the answer to this. I Volt Switch out, go into Landorus to Intimidate it, and if it went for like, it went for Stone Edge, it wasn't a contact move. He switches out into Gliscor, and I predicted that and went for Stone Edge, but it didn't do nearly enough. That's a really physically bulky Gliscor. I went for Hidden Power Ice, and because he roosted, he lost his Flying type. So it was just kind of like trying to stall each other out. I went into Mega Magnetric there, and I just one-shot it. He told me about this play. He thought that I thought he would switch out. So, that's gone. That was a bigger threat. He goes back out into Gigalith. I believe I go for another Volt Switch just to get out of there. I believe I switch into Shaman. Yep. And Shaman threatens that thing right out. But this Shaman set has like nothing for Rotom Heat, and I don't think he knew that. So he goes out into Staraptor as I went for a Seed Flare. Seed Flare does 44%, so brought it down quite low. I go for another Seed Flare because I'm Scarfed, and take that out, but I also die to Sandstorm damage, so kind of a trade-off there. I go out into Kurem as he goes out into Rotom. I just go for a Dragon Pulse. The Dragon Pulse takes out Rotom. He goes into Gigalith, I believe, and I go for the Corkscrew Crash, which I had for his Clefable, but he didn't bring it. And then he goes into Giratina, and for some reason I thought the Giratina would alright, it lived the Draco Meteor, yep, and I didn't want to stay in, because he went for Shadow Force. So I switched out into Klefki, and I have to sack off Klefki here, because Klefki can't do enough. Because he's going to outspeed, go for another Shadow Force, I'll miss. So Klefki's going to go down, so differential kind of went down a bit. But I went back out into Kurem, and click a nice Ice Beam, I think. Yep, click a nice Ice Beam, and the Giratina goes down. That Giratina is such a bulky Pokemon, so I'm surprised I even won that match. But I'm glad I did. I believe I'm still #1 in the league. Can't wait for next week. That was probably one of the most stressful battles I've ever prepped for. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button, supports the channel. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, share this with a friend if you want, and leave a comment on what you thought of the battle. Take care everyone, and I'll see you next week for Week 7.